that community management is all of a sudden important. Like the gaming industry knew that like 10 years ago. I think video game companies early on, and they're still learning this every day, but I think at the core, they learned early on that if you have an audience and you build a tight relationship with that audience, or you build some sort of rapport, you can have some sort of recurring revenue business model built off of that audience, and they'll keep coming back, right? You have, in the video game industry, you have sequelized franchises, right? So it makes sense to build up some sort of audience and then build a relationship that you kind of maintain over time, so they come back and buy the second game and the third game or whatever, or buy the expansions or whatever. Right. And they're often, in that sort of process, it's an iterative process. So you're typically trying, hopefully you're making the product better each time, or maybe the product comes out and you're, especially nowadays, you're putting the product out and you're making it better all the time because you're able to update it. You don't have to worry about, printing CDs or whatever. So pretty early on, I think game companies learned, especially with online games, they learned, to have a forum, to have, they were kind of on the forefront of social media, and they've kind of known a lot of the stuff that I see kind of software as a service, tech companies kind of waking up and realizing that community management is all of a sudden important. Like the gaming industry knew that like 10 years ago. But it's just kind of like everyone's just kind of the hot, moment right now, or one of the hot things in business right now is recurring revenue models, right? The ability to have some sort of subscription revenue that you make off the same, users on a recurring basis. And so as pretty much everyone in tech has moved in that direction, all of a sudden the importance of community is, it's that much more important.